Rapplers are fast-moving.
Unlike other big rallies,
Cockpit earlier at about 7 a.m. A group from the Coast Guard.
Welcome to #PHVote 2013.
Today on Rappler, anger in South Korea after reports passengers of the sunken ferry were ordered to stay in their cabins. The Philippines ranks third in the 2014 Impunity Index by the Committee to Protect Journalists. And President Aquino apologizes for broken air conditioners at the Philippines International Airport. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. South Korean rescuers continue the search for nearly 300 people missing after a ferry sank Wednesday with 475 people on board. Most were high school students headed for a holiday island. At least 9 people died after the ferry, listed violently, capsized and sank within 2 hours of sending a distress signal. As the search continues, troubling reports from some survivors spark anger. They say many passengers were repeatedly told to stay in their cabins instead of trying to escape the sinking ferry. Those who obeyed found their possible escape route blocked when the vessel suddenly listed sharply to the port side. One student tells reporters, "If only we had been told to get out earlier, then more of us would have been able to jump into the sea." With only 179 rescued so far, the fear is that most of those missing are trapped inside the ship as it sank. For the 5th year now, the Philippines is the 3rd worst country in solving the murders of journalists. Based on the 2014 Impunity Index by New York-based watchdog, the Committee to Protect Journalists, or CPJ, the Philippines ranks just behind Iraq and Somalia. CPJ praises the successful conviction of the gunman who shot Palawan-based Filipino broadcaster Gerardo Ortega in January 2011. But the report adds it did little to change, quote, the rampant impunity in the Philippines. There were 3 new murders in the Philippines in 2013, hiking the total to 51 journalists still waiting for justice since the CPJ started its monitoring in 2008. The report also criticizes a government statement declaring the end of impunity in the Philippines. The report cites the 2009 massacre of 32 journalists in Maguindanao in what's considered the world's worst case of violence against journalists. President Benigno Aquino apologizes for the broken air conditioners at the international airport named after his father. The Ninoy Aquino International Airport 1, used by foreign airlines, has been branded by travel guides as one of the world's worst. On Wednesday, the president inspected major passenger terminals as millions of Filipinos begin traveling for the Easter holidays during one of the hottest months of the year. During a visit to NAIA 1, Aquino says the replacement for the airport's broken air conditioners will be delivered in August because of procurement rules. He adds, "We ask for understanding and patience, but the processes in government are really strict." The parent company of Philippine Airlines, or PAL, reports a quadruple increase in losses in the first 9 months of 2013 because of low passenger volume and high expenses. PAL Holdings Incorporated, jointly owned by tycoon Lucia Tan and the San Miguel Group, says its net loss reached 11.85 billion pesos in the 9 months ending December, over 4 times its 2.74 billion peso net loss in the same period of its fiscal year 2012. The number of passengers fall to about 5 million as total expenses rise 5.2% to 61.5 billion pesos. PAL is planning to mount more flights to the United States and Europe after upgrades from the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration and the European Union. For our social media post of the day, it's another transportation nightmare for travelers preparing for the Easter holiday. In Cubao, lines at bus terminals snake along EDSA sidewalks and footbridges. Some say they spent almost 5 hours in line for a bus ticket to their provinces. On the road, frustrated commuters get stuck in traffic along EDSA as the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority prepares to finish major roadwork. That will continue until Monday. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 6, a convicted killer sentenced to death in Iran is spared after the victim's parents stopped the execution. The Guardian reports the mother of an 18-year-old killed in a brawl went up to the convicted man, slapped him in the face, and decided to forgive him. The victim's father then removed the noose around the suspect's neck. The moment was caught on camera by Arash Kamushi of the ISNA News Agency. At number 7, meet Honda's latest humanoid robot, Asimo. Resembling a tiny astronaut, Asimo can walk and run even up and down stairs. It can even open a bottle and serve a drink, and it politely tries to shake hands with strangers. Asimo, short for Advanced Step and Innovative Mobility, was first unveiled in 2000 after 14 years of research. And at number 9, Ford celebrates the 50th birthday of its Mustang by displaying a new model of the convertible on top of the Empire State Building in New York City. The triple yellow 2015 Mustang was taken apart, whisked up by elevator to the observation desk, and reassembled overnight. It's the second time a Ford Mustang went on display on top of the Empire State Building. The first was in 1965. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Today, Maundy Thursday, the Catholic faithful visit churches to reflect on the passion and death of Christ. If you're not able to do the traditional Visita Iglesia, Rappler compiles 7 online retreats, recollections, and reflections for Holy Week. Rappler's Holy Week Online also presents multimedia reflections and a virtual Visita Iglesia through 14 Philippine churches and the traditional Stations of the Cross in text and audio. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page. That crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have affected our readers and viewers the most emotionally. If you take a look, these 10 stories have gotten the most number of votes on their mood meter. Interestingly enough, of course, just yesterday we had DOH announcing the first case of the MERS virus in the Philippines. 11% angry, 74% afraid, and that red being picked up. Again, for President Aquino's Lenten message, Aquino to Filipinos, be ready to sacrifice like Jesus. Interestingly, you have 33% happy, 37% angry. That red bringing out the mood of the story that's gotten the most number of votes. This one is an interesting one. Motorist cuts in on Aquino convoy, brags of Binay era links. It's gotten the most number of votes. 22% annoyed, 72% angry. That red bringing out the mood of the day. Start of Holy Week. Today, most people are angry. Well, that is Rappler's Newscast for today, Thursday, April 17, 2014, Maundy Thursday in the Philippines. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today. We leave you with images of the traditional Visita Iglesia as Filipinos observe the Holy Week.
Dios